All right, test. Okay, looks good. Throwing out announcements again. Yeah, hopefully we don't have a quitter this time. And hopefully we get the game pretty fast. But we will see. Otherwise, at the end of the last video, we were talking. I'm gonna try to write up something on Board Game Geek about kind of the strongest occupations currently on BGA. So the kind of central idea of the piece is going to be about the rise of collector. My opinion of collector has risen a lot, and I now think it might be the best dock in the game. Yeah, it probably is, but I'm also going to try to list out a lot of the other top cards. So I'm going to start trying to list out what some of them may be to keep in mind, certainly. Yeah, it's there's a lot of good cards in Agricola, if you weren't aware. So it becomes slightly tricky to think about exactly what they should all be. Wood barter, grocer, clearly, lover are some important ones. I also was trying to just go into the forums here to find the stats, but I see this Arena season thread in Terra Mystica has a little more discussion, so. But, okay. Sadly, we haven't been able to get statistics updates in a while, so these old stats are a little dubious for sure, and not totally useful, but mildly useful in terms of helping to make me remember what the top cards in the set are that I should be worried about, potentially including. So, these are all games. Begged Student we clearly don't need to worry about because it's banned, although might be worth mentioning why some cards are banned in this piece. So let's actually, Begged Student, Bragger, Trade Teacher, the banned occupations in the current set? Or are there more that I'm forgetting about? We'll find out. Little Peasant. Thanks. Forgot about Little Peasant. Oh, God. So good that that's gone. Little Peasant. Okay. Otherwise, yes, Childless is very strong. Furnisher. I'm shocked Furnisher is actually that high. I believe Furnisher is very good, but I'm not convinced Furnisher hits my top 10 list, but probably does hit like top 20, so whatever. I'm just surprised it's this far up. This is where I would love to get updated stats because I'm really curious how these have changed over time. Also, these numbers are always a little bit tricky because, yeah, like here is expert players only from strong enough tables, but like, yeah. Anyhow, more importantly though, Basket Carrier is up there. Okay, Basket Carrier also is very strong. I like that. Basket Carrier. Grocer, Field Watchman, I already had those. Mason, Lover, yep. Oh, duh, Informant. I forgot about Informant temporarily. Informant. Cultivator, Task Artisan, okay. Those are both very good. Both Cultivator and Task Artisan are starting to get to the edge of the power that I would want to talk about and write about, though, because I want to keep the list somewhat short. I'm kind of surprised Skillful Renovator shows up this high. I guess I Well, I'll put it in a different list. To me, Skillful Renovator is almost certainly in a list I'm not going to talk about. But better to keep it in mind. Animal Reeve. Animal Reeve also is very close to being... It's very close, but I think it's just off. Plow Driver, on the other hand, might be one I want to talk about. I'm shocked Porter is this high, House Artist is this high. These are not the sort of cards I would care about talking about. House Steward, no. Plowmaker, no. Wood Collector, no. Forest Reviewer, Pavior, Wooden Hut Extender. See, these are maybes. I think Wooden Hut Extender, no. But Forest Reviewer, maybe. Pavior, probably not, but maybe. Barrel Pusher, surprisingly far up there, but not interested. Full Farmer and Cord Maker, intrigue. Probably also just below what I'd care to talk about, but they are up there. Full Farmer, definitely don't care about Barrel Pusher. What else was up there? Barrel Pusher, Full Farmer, Cord Maker. Okay. I think... I mean, I'll keep looking at the list here as long as we're talking. But yeah, this is not as many Ox as I thought. This is 17. But I do think these are some of the key Ox to worry about. There's probably a handful others that are not showing up that I would like to talk about. Oh my god, yeah, Wood Carrier? Okay. How's Wood Carrier that low? It's crazy to me. Maybe Wood Carrier not that good. Wood Carrier real good. I refuse to believe that. Wood Slide Hammer also very strong. Wood Barterer is way down here. Okay, yeah, see this list is useful, but only to a point. Like Wreck Carpenter, Pet Lover, Excavator, or near Wood Barterer? No. Unacceptable. Bonehead. Bonehead is also probably like on the list along with the Skillful Renovator, the Bonehead, the Wood Collector. They're all like pretty good, but they're not totally worth talking about, or they can be looped into Wood Injection. Stable Planner, Wood Expert. Think those Stable Planner's close to being worth talking about, but probably not. Wholesaler, Charcoal Burner, I don't feel the need to talk about those. Patron, Chimney Sweep, not interested in. Does Scholar make the second tier? Yeah, Scholar's worth potentially. Like, yeah, these are all, like, close to the list. Patron, Scholar. Wholesaler to me is not even on the list, nor is Charcoal Burner. Chimney Sweep, though, is close. Basically, the real question though is like, yeah, basically I'm trying to like get to like I think the top 20 Ox, right? So admittedly, I only have 18 at the moment, so I guess 2 of these have to jump over. But yeah, for the most part, I don't feel that these are quite in what I would call the top 20. But I'm probably forgetting a few that are about to pop up that I think are dumb, like much better. Like here's Private Teacher. Is Private Teacher good enough? Personally, not for me, but I'm sure some think Private Teacher is up there. Conservator, Gardening Head, Bricklayer, Game Catcher, Young Farmer. Young Farmer's mildly close. A little surprised Young Farmer is that low, but I guess you don't want to take major actions that much. Oh, Hay Dryer. Oh my god. Okay, see, this is why we have a list. Hay Dryer. Okay. This is why I only trust these stats so much. Animal Teacher, probably not on the list, but hey, Civ. What is the list? Excellent question. So I'm planning to write some stuff up for Board Game Geek discussing the kind of current top occupations
in the BGA meta. The central kind of thesis is that collector. I'm building the article around the idea collector is the number one arc, which the exact ranking doesn't totally matter. But the idea is that collector embodies a lot of the things that matter at the moment. Plus, is stupidly flexible, etc. Anyhow, I'm basically trying to get the top 20 ox. Animal teacher, bad patron. Mostly, yes. Yes. But anyhow, the point is I'm trying to like loosely figure out what the top 20 ox are. So I'm attempting to list what I think hits the top 20, and then I'm also listing a bunch of stuff that I think is kind of close. But yeah, I'm basically going through this old stats post to try to remember a few cards that I don't remember. But I only trust this list so much because it's, 6 months old and we only have so much. Like, there's some stuff that I think gets played very poorly. And anyhow, I'm using it to get some idea, but I'm almost through 150 cards here, so I think I'm about done. Yeah. What I am curious about is if the expert list pops anything up much higher that I should suddenly pay attention to. But no, the expert list just looks a lot more like what you'd expect. Like suddenly Woodbarter is way up there. House Artist. Apparently I should talk about House Artist, though. House Artist is dumb good. House Steward is good. Ugh. I'm less convinced. But does this say 200 plus elo? Well, correct. It's only two. It's expert players where the entire table is at least 200 elo. But that still means it could be an expert fighting off with, a 200, a 210, and a 220. And, like, we still can only trust these stats so much. But it still helps. It still helps. It does help. This list looks a lot closer. Wow, Wreck Carpenter showing up again. I apparently should be higher on Wreck Carpenter and Excavator, but I'm not. But all right. What else I'm curious about? Here we go. Here's the cards that perform better based on the strength of the player. So Scholar, Pavior, Fodder Planner, Housemaster, or some of this Collector, are some of the cards that are showing up much stronger based on the strength of the player. Wow. Shore Forester, Hoof Caregiver, Hairdryer. Yeah, okay. Ooh, Shifting Cultivator. That's... Yeah, okay. You appreciate my dedication to playing a whole bunch of games, so the theoretical next matches. Yeah, I mean, look, stats can only get us so far. I mean, realistically, what you'd really want is like stats from a bunch of like 400 plus tables, right? But like, how many of those actually exist? And also, like, one of the slightly weird things about it looks like we have a game, which is good. One of the slightly weird things about BJ rankings is like your ranking is largely determined by how good you are at being able to play Agricola in these kind of mixed skill tables. And I'm really curious how some of the top-rated players handle playing Agricola against other actual experts. Like, they'd still be pretty good, but I don't know. I think there is a slight difference, but anyhow, this is like loosely, I guess. These are loosely, I think, the 20 ox I would want to write about, which is only 19 ox, so clearly we got to promote one. We got to figure out which one we're promoting. But this is a pretty good list to talk through the current like BGA meta and what ox shape the game as it is. But anyhow, we should really pay attention to our game that started. So we have Lao Zhu again, and Moon Age Daydream and Minute C. Reputations are iffy, which is not enjoyable, but Lao Zhu at least, good rep, strong player. This player has played almost nothing. And so I guess their rep is just not good because they haven't played much, but they're a pretty recent account. Who knows? Who knows? This account has existed a long time, but likes to leave Agricola games, eh? That's never good. We left 20 minutes in. We left 47 minutes in. Oh, delightful. So we have another quitter, everybody. Welcome. Don't get too excited. We are once again presented with a carrot museum. And that carrot museum actually has support. Potatoes and carrots. Yeah. Do you have the field caretaker? Probably not top 20, but you do rate it pretty highly. Yeah, field caretaker was, well, actually I didn't even list it. Field caretaker to me was probably not top 20, but it was in the consideration list. Anyhow, as for this draft, I think unfortunately Lumen is correct. We probably have to go potato digger carrot museum. Like, if I can get 4 early plows, well, 5 early plows is really the dream, but it's very strong. Like, very strong. 2 quits in a day would suck. Oh yeah, we might. Pavier is probably the one to be promoted. We can look at that list in just a sec. It's basically as good as Field Watcher in your opinion. Well, your opinion is, ooh. In your last game, there was Handruff in second pack. You should take Oven Fire and Boy just in case. Yeah, we're not doing that. No, I think we gotta basically... Potato Digger is arguably the strongest occupation in this pack anyhow. The only other card I would want to take here is Half Timbered House and hope for a big house. I kind of did forget to pay attention to what this player was rated. How good are they? They're 183 over 56? Okay, so Laoju is probably in the best spot in terms of just getting handed some dumb stuff in the draft, but so be it. We would like Firewood Collector back. Or what we'd really love is get past a Cultivator here, but we'll see. Even a Barrow Pusher here would be useful, though. Green Grocer, mildly cute. Probably not good. Ooh, we got past a beer table. We got past a beer table. And a grain source. And another grain source. Oh, my. What about the Clay Blaster? Oh, my. Oven Fire and Boy is first pickable in this set, in your opinion? Oh, my. Okay. In your last game, there was Hand Truck in the second... yeah. Hello. Chat being rowdy? Yeah, a little bit. Thresher might wheel. Yeah, okay. Sheep Provider might actually make the list. It's got great stats. Oh, I forgot. Did I not list Sheep Provider? Sheep Provider is also very strong. I agree. But yeah, this is tough. Gordon has consistently good takes. No, he doesn't. Chord Maker better than Sheep Provider. I agree with that probably. Anyhow, this pick, I'm getting distracted by all sorts of stuff. Grange is mildly tempting. I gotta take the beer table, right? I gotta take the beer table. No grain in your supply is the tough part, but like beer table is so good. We're gonna have a crap ton of fields, and I want to sow stuff. I probably do run Sheep Provider here. We use Potato Digger. We do a giganto sow action. We try to sneak beer table in at the right time, and Green Grocer also honestly is reasonable here. I can turn my extra veggies in for cows late or sheep. God, the Green Grocer is pretty good too, and I can buy the grain. Ugh, I like a lot of stuff here. For how down I am on carrot, it certainly seems to keep showing up. I mean, I don't like that it's showing up in my hands. I honestly don't like playing carrot games. Wow, this draft, everybody, this draft. There be cards. I guess I don't need Tree Gardener with how much wood I'm likely to get, but Tree Gardener can be very good. Shore Forester's totally fine. Basket Weaver can be good. This is a House Steward game suddenly, which is annoying. Foreign doesn't look as bad when I plan to plow a ton early and plan to add a ton of wood to the game. Scales is probably a distraction this game. Look at how happy that sheep is. Indeed. Gosh, this is tough. I might take House Steward here just to have control of it. I don't really want to play House Steward. Pub owner is good here. Oh my god. Okay, this Zach tried to convince me of that last game too. Gordon, I can't with you. There's even a grain source in this pack. You think every Ock is pickable here? Most of these Ocks are pickable. I personally don't think pub owner is particularly pickable. I think it's mostly a trap, especially compared to sheep provider. But I think I'm just taking House Steward. And then I also really like feed pellets, because feed pellets gives us something to do with all of our veggies in the late game. Take feed pellets. Here's Pattern Maker, which is I'm snap picking Pattern Maker. We have so much. We've seen tons of wood injection, and this is incredible for grain source and points. Tree Gardener cries. Tree Gardener cries a little, but whatever. Like, this game has so much wood injection. Also, Beer Keg. Can we run Beer Keg, Beer Table, Pattern Maker? Probably not. But Beer Keg and Beer Stein. I don't know. I don't know, team. Honestly, Beer Keg even mildly helps feed us. I don't know. I don't actually know what we're doing, but I'm clicking these cards. I know that we're plowing like a lot. Just play the one that we can and ignore the other. That seems solid. As a proud employee of a brewery, you support this. Excellent. 12 points on both must be like impossible. Yeah, yeah. Beer Stein with oven firing is legit? Yes. That part's true, Gordon. That part is true. Anybody offering a challenge? I mean, how often do you get past Beer Keg and Beer Table, though? Like, I don't, like, right? Like, we're just gonna pass somebody's sheep provider, pattern maker, beer table, beer keg. Like what are we doing? Like we're like, oh hey, here's all the grain cards and the grain payoffs. Would you like that? Would you like to, just do that? Yeah, like I would. So you'll gift me a sub if I achieve 12 on both. Yeah, I'm not even trying, but thanks. No one's hitting that. I mean, you might be able to hit it if that was your only goal. What's much tougher here is, do I need to get 12 on both and win the game? I think it's very possible to get 12 on both. I just think it requires a stupid game plan, and that's like all your actions and you do nothing else. Despite never giving a penny to Twitch in your life. Nice. Yeah, if anybody can do 12 on both and win. Yeah, see, I don't think that works. Also, the more I think about this, how do we get 12 on both, actually? The more I think about this, this is very awkward, because you need 2 actions to play Beer Table, Beer Keg. You need 1 action to take the wood, so that's 3 of your actions. And then you actually have to get a lot of grain into the ground. It might require Field Watchman, and it might require begging. It probably requires Field Watchman and begging to actually get both Beer Table and Beer Keg in stage 1. Oven Firing Boy did come back. Homebrewer came back in case we wanted to do more stuff. Also, Clearing Spade is here for like some possibly really dumb action. The greatest of endings, or Agricola endings? Yeah. Thank God it wheeled. This is actually going to be the sickest Clearing Spade of all time. Probably is. Wait, Lubin won yesterday because somebody took 5 beggars in the final round? Is that actually true? That would be incredible. I didn't see that game yet. This Clearing Spade legitimately seems good. This Oven Firing Boy also actually might legit be good. Because, well, although how often am I taking wood? Homebrewer to help feed us is not crazy either. But You got the Econ Sean special? Oh my god, that's incredible. Congrats, Lumen. That's awesome. That's incredible. Um, I probably should actually take the Summon Fire and Boy. This could still be useful, actually. I don't really have clear food yet, and eating grain seems fine. I don't know that I'm using it, but I don't think I'm using anything else. Greengrocer came back, incredible. Greengrocer coming back is dumb, like so dumb. We can get it helps get whatever we need that we don't have going. I can play it late for some cows and sheep or something. I don't even know. I don't think I'm doing anything with brotherly love. We could breed animals with perennial rye. I don't really like that. Do I want to ever fish and turn a grain in for food? Probably not. It's free though. Sure, give me another free card. What the heck? I don't care about the others, and my game should really be built around my other miners. Brewing water to complete the beer. Yeah, I'm taking it here, but I don't intend to use it. But like, Brook is still incoming. Perfect. Got to throw the Auk in as well for 5 grand harvest. Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, everybody, yeah, like, we need a field watchman plus like a task artisan in order to get all these cards down in time. I don't know. Brotherly love is underrated. Brotherly love is solid. You just have a lot of opinions, Gordon, which is great. You should get back to streaming them. I have a clearing span. It's all possible. Dream big. We'll see. We'll see. All I know is I actually need tons of plows, and the real scary news, everybody, is that somebody did take the firewood collector out of my pack, so we might be fighting somebody for plows. Like, is there ever a world where we should just first action plow in stage 1, and if it's contested? Like, possibly. This hand really, really relies on the potato digger, I feel like, and utilizing Carrot Museum. Which means I really want to get 5 fields, then play Potato Digger, and then get all that crap sown in the Stage 2 harvest. That means that I need 5 plow actions, a Potato Digger action, and a sow action. That's half of my Stage 1 and 2 actions just to get the potatoes. It relies on ignoring carrots and going triple beer. That's possible too. You're stuck at the hospital for at least a month, but after that, you'll try to reestablish a stream schedule. Oh, dang. Okay, well, sorry to hear that. I was mostly joking, but yes, if your life is that like currently tumultuous and tricky, sorry to hear that. I hope it all works out for you, bud. Stage 1 and 2 actions are overrated. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I'm also playing some pretty weak opponents at this table, so like, there's a good argument that I should just take room parts and win via just having actions and taking good stuff off the board rather than setting up this crazy crap. But we'll see. Anyhow, it's all good? Good. Glad to hear it, man. I can't always catch your streams due to your time, unfortunately, but it'd be fun to see you spout off about these cards and go for them. Pub owner came back. Basket weaver's back. I don't actually think I want. I do think I actually wait. Plant fertilizer. Wait a sec. Sure. Yeah, I don't know. Give me more crops. Why not? I don't know. Yes. Can we get a CW Gordon vlog? Excellent. That'd be great. Basket Weaver 7th is crazy. It is pretty crazy. These people have drafted weirdly. Do I actually want Pub Owner? Do I have enough grain payoff? And do I ever play this? I don't think so. Do I ever play Basket Weaver? Probably not, but maybe. I don't think we need Pub Owner here. Although maybe? Nah, we don't need Pub Owner. Screw that. Crazy. Basket Weaver dying? I think we take Basket Weaver. The more I thought about it, I don't think we need the other thing. Almost as crazy people first pick it. Basket Weaver sucks. See, I don't agree with some of that, but I don't agree that I think Zach's higher on Basket Weaver than I am. But I think Basket Weaver's pretty good. Basket Weaver, this pack had much worse cards than Basket Weaver. It goes Ak. That doesn't really bother me. Shore Forester, okay. I just want Plow on the wheel. I will take RSF actions. Will I take RSF actions, or do I just take 3 wood? No, I take RSF. Who am I kidding? This is who I am. Give it to me. Give it to me, and then give me Plow. If I don't get Plow, it's all sad. Deranged and Shambles. CW literally just record yourself for 15 seconds saying this. It's cool. Oh my. Yeah, Gordon has opinions. He has thoughts. Um, yeah, I really just want to take room parts and get plows. That's all I want early. I want reed, I want wood, I want plow. You can't say them on Lumen Stream because it's bannable. I see. Basket Weaver 7th makes sense, you think? Oh, was that pack better than I thought? That pack might have been better than I thought. What are 1 to 6? It might have been better. I don't actually remember. There's too much. There's a lot of chat going on, which is great. I love having chat, obviously. That's why streaming is fun. But I will admit, it's been very active, which has been very distracting. I don't really know what's been happening. Oh, in a pack? You're thinking top 10. Okay. Yeah, no, I just 7th picked Basket Weaver. um, do I have Basket Weaver on my list? I don't. We can actually put Basket Weaver on the consideration list, but I don't think it's actually high enough to ever hit my... We do need to promote one card to top 20 still. Basket Weaver's in top 50? Oh, it might be. I'm willing to believe Basket Weaver is top 50. I don't think it's top 20. Somebody went wood into scales. Okay, that's expected. That's fine. It is pretty good. Basket Weaver was the something in this card. You think top 10 Basket Weaver is probably absurdly overrated. Yes, it is. Basket Weaver is low in the stats, which corroborates your intuition. Look, the stats are incredibly dubious. Look, I just went through the stats. There's a lot to be questionable about. There's a lot to be dubious about in those stats, let me tell you. Anyhow, Stable Planner gets played. That's a good card. Scales is a pretty good card, too. Alright, it goes Ock. That's fine by me. Give me more Reedstone or give me 3 wood. Tree Garter gets played. That's kudos to you. That's actually a good card. Well done. Will you have the food to support it? I don't know, but we'll find out. I probably take RSF if it's offered. Otherwise, I take 3 wood. I'm not that interested in 2 Reed. Although 2 Reed's cute if I actually want to play an early Basket Weaver, but I really don't. I just want room parts. Tree Garter didn't make it to the good player? Yeah. You mean in general, building guilds is usually a mistake, so cards that encourage you to build guilds is bad. Yep, fair enough, Gordon. You got it all worked out. CW is obviously wrong, but he knows that. He partly just enjoys. He enjoys being the heel here. He enjoys being the whatever devil's advocate. He likes to state his opinions firmly, strongly, and wrongly. 2 Reed gets taken by a Shore Forester. That makes a lot of sense. I'm just going to take RSF again. Give me all the Reed. Let my opponents have none of it. Give me more food, more stone, whatever. It's got to be good. Big Country is dumb. Hey, you know, whatever, Gonzo. That was how things worked in the back of the day. You could first pick Big Country, do dumb things, and still win. That was the deal. Them was the rules. You played by the rules. Well done. A thought you had about the difference between this and C&D is that this feels more combo-y. That's just because there's more cards. Agricola was weird when we were playing such small sets. I'm not gonna lie. You all became used to it because it's what you were like raised with, but like that was not Agricola. I think Lumen and I said that pretty often. It was weird to us. We were playing a very limited card set, and it felt not Agricola in some ways. It was still good. It was still fun, but it was not as good. It was not what it should be. C&D, it felt like you were drafting good cards a lot more. Yeah, C&D clearly was higher average power also. It's much more clear that some of these games feature some more duds, but you actually 4th picked Big Country and passed a Childless in that draft. It was a wild time. Oh my. Okay, well that's... I mean, everybody was learning things back in the day, Gonzo, but yeah, that's also wild. Just wild. Priest is way more playable in this set. Well, yeah. I mean, look, the meta is always going to influence things. To be honest, I suspect that current card set's a little high on bonus points. compared to the wider Agricola card pool. I think a lot of the non-implemented stuff are not the points boosters, but you prefer this. Oh yeah, you should prefer this. This is much better. But this is why some people like draft 10. They like having just power drafts. They like having super strong cards. I think Agricola is best when, yes, you have to figure out ways to cleverly use your cards. You have to figure out the balance between what's worth playing and what's worth fighting for on the board. I think that's when Agricola truly shines. I think that's when the greatness of the game shows. Somebody has a stew. I don't remember other day labor cards, or do I? Do I remember other day labor cards? By the way, we're getting our plows nice and easy, so that's welcome. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate this. You're not forcing me to Ak yet. Although I do want to get Sheep Provider out, but you're still on the draft 9 train? Whatever. That's fine. You can be. A lot of food in these cards, but maybe you're used to original. Oh, look, compared to original, Revised still has tons of food. That's just what it is. Sad Sheep Provider noises. Yeah, late Sheep is a little sad, but it's fine. Sheep Provider still is going to be useful. Pattern Maker is going to be good eventually, but yeah, our grain might come a bit late. But I think we're still going to be able to at least sneak like a grain into our first sow, which should accelerate us fast enough that we're going to be fine. We'll see. All I plan to do this round is take 3 wood and plow. Oh wow, we're opening fishing. Anybody ready for the Brook special? You like draft 8, but Ox before miners? Feel like it adds a bit of strength since you don't need to be aspirational with miners. Yeah, I like Ox first too, but the together certainly does have a lot of uses. Plowman? Oh, no wonder we're not plowing in front of me. Lovely. Keep that up. Well, I'm all good with all this. Just give me wood. I would like wood. 3 wood. 3 wood and plow. That's all I want. That's all I want. I don't really care. I'd like my connection to the server to be better. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I basically would really like another 3 wood action. That would give me a wood left over for some miners. I would like to someday take a clay action, but it's not really important. Things are good. Revised card set, you like both types together. Miners are too swingy. Bad design of beer table, carrot museum. Hey, wait, why do we have both? Yes. I think you're probably right, Lumen, that together is better because so many of them have, yeah, such kind of strong impacts. Oh, a Quipper with scales. You love it. You also love to see the player after you basically state that they don't want to start player. We're assuming red is just re-upping start here with Brook. I'd be pretty surprised if it's anything else. You had one game where you think you were picking between Excavator, Stew versus Mason, and something else in the person before you picked between Hardware Store and Hawk Tower. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fair. You picked wrong. Yeah, it happens. It definitely happens. There's the Brook. Playing Stew, I don't think is wrong, especially when you had Clay Warden. But playing Brook is wrong. But hey, using Tree Gardener, inflating the game's economy, go for it. Whatever. I'm gonna just continue to be happy. Lao Zhu might actually need to take 3 food here. Who knows? Lao Zhu can do a lot of things. Lao Zhu might take 3 wood, just to have room tempo also. Lao Zhu might just build a fireplace. Lao Zhu might take 4 clay because I don't actually know. I don't understand that, but I don't have to. They can do that. That's fine by me. I will continue to plow. Bloop, bloop, bloop. We're going to just plow across the top. It tilted you so much. Sorry to hear that. RSF gets taken. Wow, so there's going to be multiple piles of 4 wood. Although RSF makes sense, actually. Yeah, they already have wood. They want reed and stone. No, this makes sense. Okay, I might be able to take wood and then... I might be able to take 4 wood and then build. If I'm allowed to take 4 wood and then build, I'll just do that. We'll get back to the plowing in rounds 5 and 6, maybe, probably. I don't know. Reed's getting taken with Brook, yeah.
Room and 3 plow opening is nuts. Yeah, it is, along with 2 reedstone foods. But yeah, that's what's happening. I'm getting 4 wood and the first room, along with 3 plows. I mean, yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that. How are we gonna feed during stage 2? I don't know that part yet, but we'll figure that out, surely. What's the equipper got? Oh, also, do I even have to build a room? Oh, no, I will have to build a room. Red's probably taking 3 wood and enough food. Clay supply off equipper. Okay, cool, sure. That's a good card. Did I pass a clay supply? I don't think so. But maybe. I kind of forget what was in the Carrot Museum and Beer Table packs, because I kind of... Yeah. Red can already build round 5? Oh, yeah, Tree Gardener. Okay, good call, Lumen. That's a thing they have. That is how that works. Okay, yeah, and Red's not taking wood. They're taking the clay. Okay, the clay pressure with with people at this table is a little annoying. Clay pressure meaning that I was going to say I was pretty happy to take like 5 clay next round, but I do need the Carrot Museum. I think. I think it's very wrong not playing Carrot Museum this game. I do think I'm supposed to build the first room here, but I don't think I'm actually fighting for growth. Play card, use card should have been one of your rules. Yes, yes, it should. If you play a card, use a card is correct. But you can just play a stew and not use it. That's fine, and then just play Brook instead. That's what we're doing. Oh, Teal's starting for me. Wait a sec. Teal's starting for me. Oh, although they have Shore Forester, right? Wait a sec. Do they have Shore Forester? Do. When it's placed on an empty... Okay, yeah, they okay. I will not be fooled. I will not be fooled. I will build my room. Yes, Dr. Blah. What a gift. It's not a gift. It's a fake. Yeah, they have Shore Forester. It's a fake gift. It's a fake gift. We gotta build. Is this a camp start game? No. No, it's not. I will not start for grow here. Especially with Teal building the room in front of me. I'll let Teal camp start. I will only start player to guarantee grow. I will not squat growth here because I have too much other setup I want to do. I still would really like to get 2 plows and potato digger and sow, and I'd like to get sheep provider down, which actually, now that I say all of that, that's actually nonsensical, right? I can't do all that. If I plow twice, I play potato digger, I play sheep provider, I sow, I have 1 other action in stage. I only have 1 action left for stage 2, unless grow flips. Not with that attitude, I can't. Yeah, if grow flips, then we're fine. If grow flips, it's actually pretty incredible. I grow beer table and then start plowing and ocking and, well, I gotta get the Carrot Museum out, though. No calcs, just vibes? No, this game might require a calcs, I'm sorry. We might have to accept playing Potato Digger for only 2 veggies. It might be okay to play Potato Digger for 2. If purple was the one dictating the growth queue, in my opinion, change it all. Just curious. It's always a tough choice. If purple was dictating the growth queue, I would consider a little more squatting to grow first. Even then, I might just not this game. I'm personally very willing to build a room in round 4, and then a third of the time you hit grow, and the other 2/3 of the time you just decide when you want to grow. And in this game, it's like, do I have enough compensation to grow a little bit later if I just set my game up? And I think the answer is yes. But I don't exactly know what the form of that compensation looks like. But I think I take 5 clay here, and then I try to just plow or play a free ock. The 5 clay lets me Carrot Museum, at least. I technically could squat for growth with these cards, though. Like, it's tough. My food is bad, also, which is another problem here. You'd camp here because we have there. You would absolutely camp on this set of miners if it was first versus fourth. Yeah. When it's first versus second, I'm not sure I camp here, but I might. It's tricky. I would really like to play Sheep Provider, I think. I think I might be using a grain from Sheep Provider to build a clay oven and using the other 2 clay for Carrot Museum. And we might be using clay oven to get through this stage. I might not be sowing.
Purple starting is fucking obnoxious. But this is what bad players do, so don't start player to build the third room. This is another lesson that should go on people's list, but starting to build the third room is very bad, especially when you have a Quipper. But whatever. Tumbrel is fun for them at least, but yeah, that start player is bad. This is such a classic. Why does it happen so much? Yeah. Correct. The fundamental problem is that they've internalized the rule that you're supposed to start player to build and grow, but they don't actually understand why they shouldn't be starting to grow in these situations. But it is annoying. Congrats, Teal. You're sitting at the right spot at this table because people are dumb, but whatever. I at least get Sheep Provider out. That's good. Getting Sheep Provider out's good. Maybe Purple will take 2 sheep here. Maybe that'll be some justice. A little give Teal and hit Teal right back. That would be nice. Um, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We still have a carrot museum. I'm probably gonna get a clay oven. Realistically, I don't think I'm getting crops in the ground until round 9. I think that's the more realistic path here, but there are 4 nothings on the board. Don't count on it. I mean, they're ocking instead of the clay, so that's something, but 2 wood, 2 reed, get build blocked. Yeah. Concrete tactics are harder to get the hang of than general priorities. Yeah. If growth had flipped, it would be okay. Well, okay, sure, Zach. If growth had flipped, it's reasonable. Yes, starting to build the third room is okay when the queue is build oriented, but that's not the case here, right? Like we got this situation. Starting here is they threw away an action, they threw away 3 wood rather, right? Like there's no point to them starting. I guess they get a slightly better action than they were going to get otherwise because they were going to probably be third instead. Now they're first, but like it did them virtually nothing. But whatever. It's mid growth, so Teal got rewarded, but yes, Civ. I also agree with that. You're right. Purple was very close to being able to just double build, but whatever. When in doubt, hurt the 600 player. I mean, meh. Now we hope red SPs for us. That would be nice. That's true. We would hope red SPs for us, but we're not going to be that lucky. I don't anticipate, but that's okay. It's okay. We're playing some good cards. We're playing a carrot museum. We're playing a thing. We're getting stuff done. We're still growing second. We got a lot of stuff that we like. It's going to be okay. May your fields be repeatedly sown and may you yes, thank you, buddy. I'll see you in your stream in an hour or whatever. Enjoy. We are holding some good cards. Yes, we're holding good cards. We do have a lot to still play, so we'll see. Ooh, do I get to grow? Oh, does Teal need to take the sheep? Okay, I like this. I like this. I like this. I mean, I guess Teal has to grow, but Teal not getting the sheep I approve of. Yes, perfect. Beautiful. I'm fine with this. I mean, Teal's food gets rough, and I get handed the grain that I need so I can clay oven. Although, do I get to clay oven next round? Oof. I could get blocked on major. This could get ugly for us too. But we'll find out. Do I want to play beer table here? I kind of do want to play beer. Oh no, if I play beer table, I can't also play carrot museum. I definitely want to play carrot museum. So this is just carrot museum clearing spade. It's probably just carrot museum clearing spade. I'm gonna just play carrot museum now. It's fine. They can all know about it. I don't care. I have a carrot museum. You can all know. 4 wood for purple. That's certainly a good action. That makes sense. They're equipping lawn fertilizer. That's nothing. But scales is at least going for them, so kudos. Red, you have to take the sheep. Good boy. Good job. All right. I still have clay oven parts, so that's the good news. What am I doing here? I'm plowing? We go plow, grow something, play clay oven? Seems okay. Yeah, seems fine. Seems fine.
Teal has to fish. That's always a good sign when the first person to grow has like nothing else. I love this. Teal has like no resources, no food. That's all good. That's good for us at least. They even got gifted in action though. That's what's so annoying. They got gifted in action where they didn't have to start player, but whatever. We have a dumb game. We're getting a dumb game set up. This is pretty good. In round 8, I should be able to plow and then play Potato Digger after growing. So, I mean, that's going to be pretty dumb. We're going to have 3 potato, like, yeah, life's going to be pretty good for us. The main issue is we don't have quite enough grain. The sheep provider probably not actually providing enough sheep, because I would really like to have a grain to sow and a grain to bake. But we'll see how greedy we can get. Do I actually play Clearing Spade? Yeah, I do. What the heck? We're going to have tons of fields. Maybe we use it. Maybe we just plow a 6th field at some point for the hell of it. Is the 5th plow worth it? Oh, pretty sure. Feels like it'd be insane for me not to get Major Minor. I agree. I think I get Clay Oven here a lot of the time, but I mean, Teal maybe Teal just blocks us on Major Minor because they realize, although if Teal blocks, then I take 3 food and then Teal also starves. I don't know. We'll see. Clearing Spade is bonkers. Clearing Spade should be pretty strong here. But we need a lot of fields to make Clearing Spade good, and we also have a lot of crops. So then it becomes like there's a slight question of like, yeah, what's the right ratios to get down and working, but we'll get there. One of the issues is that our food is really not at all sorted. So that's the bad news. But hopefully we get there. I don't know. Purple takes a bunch of reed. That's fine. Red has to build. Teal should take food or 6 wood. God, there's just 6 wood. Okay. Purple can 6 wood, but you think red probably wants the reed. Yeah. Yeah. Purple chose to take the reed. Red chose to build because I guess they had to. So teal just gets 6 wood. I get a clay oven. Yeah, that seems about right. Purple SPs. This is, by the way, for those who are still confused, this is why you don't SP to build. Purple still is growing 3rd, and they still have to SP to grow. So SP and to build got them literally nothing. Besides handing the person that grew first an extra action. It's just really, it's a very bad move, actually. But anyhow. 3 reed also made sense. That's one way this round could go. Yeah, 3 reed also made sense to stop red from SP. 6 wood seems to also do that, which is confusing. Purple still has 1 stable. I don't know what we're talking about, but yeah, purple should have just taken 6 wood. Like teal getting 6 wood is quite a bit of a gift, but whatever. This game is, yeah, a little rough to watch because like we're setting some things up and teal's getting a lot of value from sitting after the weak players, but like, oh well, it happens. What I really need is sheep provider to go off. I need grain. Lots of grain. Provide me with the grain. Yeah, my next round would ideally be plow potato digger though. Purple is gonna start. Okay, that's what you had to do. You think stabling wasn't all that fun for purple? It's not fun, but the 6 wood action is fun. Yeah, I think purple. Wow, half timbered house. That is a early declaration. But I'm glad to know purple did keep that rather than passing it to anybody else. Why does sheep provider provide grain? That's an excellent question. I provide to the sheep and the sheep provides me grain? Because I provide grain to the sheep, people give me grain to feed their sheep? That's a very interesting half-timbered house to play. Yeah, it is. Harpooner for teal. Well, that's unexpected sources of food. Is that actually any good at all? It doesn't really work well with Shore Forester. They're taking frickin' 3 food traveling. Wait, what? Why would you take 3... What? But you have a combo forest lake like what? They took less food and less reed. I mean, there's less food for me now, which I guess maybe they're hoping to starve me out. But I plan to just bake a frickin' grain as much as I don't want to. I'll do it. I don't know. I'll raw eat a veg. Whatever. It's less food for them too. Yeah, it's less food. That was weird. That was weird. Okay. The board is rich, and yet I want to ignore it. Do I actually want to ignore the board this round? Not really. I would like to take something off the board, and then I would like to plow, and then I would like to potato digger. That would make me happy. So I think that's what we do. I think I try to take 6 clay. I don't really need 4 wood. I mean, I eventually need more wood. Carrot Museum's not providing me all the wood in the world, but purple plays brotherly love. That's fine. Purple's food is also absolutely trash. Purple is going to starve very fast. Red is starting, even though they probably don't need to. Okay. Fire protection pond, sure. Red is also going to starve any second. Teal might have to take 2 sheep here, but doesn't. What happens if I take 2 sheep here? Does that force somebody else to take a single sheep next round? It might. Fascinating. It's kind of tempting, oddly enough, to hit this just to try to provide grain, but somebody's taking them this round anyhow. Yeah, somebody's taking them this round. Oh, and Teal's harpooning. Teal's harpooning. It doesn't hurt the player it needs to hurt. All right. It's not the worst to be at a table where everybody's being cavalier about food. Yeah, I mean, the resources are going to just be insane. I'm actually just going to plow. I might get 4 wood back, but I just want this plow really badly. And I don't want to mess around with it. I might not even want to take a wood stack, because I might just be guaranteeing myself 6 wood. There's not very good food actions anywhere. Correct. Everyone seems to include us. It does. I'm at least getting to bake a grain when I do a giant sow action. So, like, it's not going to be that bad because I get to do that. But, yeah, it's messy. It's definitely messy because there's no bottom feeding. I have to get sow bake. But, like, currently nobody can legally sow bake on me, so, you know, that's the good news. I should also try to play Pattern Maker pretty soon, but I don't know when anybody's renovating yet. But there's the sheep. Excellent. Currently, I can't legally sow bake. Blah, 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 blah. Like, it looks like a bunch of 4 food actions have to be taken, and those are the good... Yes, 4 food actions have to get taken. Completely agreed. Red took 2 stone. Okay, and teal has to do this. Perfect. It's fine by me. Go for it, bud. I would like to awk. Would I like to awk? Oh, I would love to awk, but that's not an option because I don't have enough food, so whatever. Potatoes! Boom! Carrot Museum power. There it is. There it is. Sweet. Okay. Carrots are online. Do I manually take a grain and I just sow an extra grain field? Maybe. I don't know that I get sheep provider next round, but I think I do. I think the food is so bad, I think I get sheep provider next round. I also think teal and I... Oh, wait, I'm not getting 6 wood, because red has to take wood. Wait, can red take wood and feed? Who the hell knows? Teal's paying for an awk. Okay. Porter. I mean, that does kind of make sense. I can take 4 wood and probably get 6 wood? I can clearance bait a grain, which would be nice if you take one manually. Yeah, my food is a little tight. I probably should take an RSF at some point. Just for another food. Laoju, why? Why play Porter? Instead of just taking wood? I don't know. They paid 2 food for a Porter because that's better than taking 4 wood and I don't know. Is this some Stork's Nest nonsense? Maybe. I don't understand what Laoju is doing. To be honest, I don't really understand what my opponents are doing, which means I probably should be winning a pretty easy game.
But hell if I actually know. I kind of feel like I just want a 6 field next round, to be completely honest. And I do kind of want another grain, but it's probably not as good as just taking 4 wood and then taking 6 wood and then taking a grain and then sowing and eating a raw crop. And then eventually getting a pattern maker going. Yeah, screw it. We have a pattern maker. Give me all this effing wood. Give me all the wood, even though Carrot Museum's giving me tons of wood. Just give me all these resources and we'll do dumb things with it all. We'll get the pattern maker rolling real soon. Renovations are gonna happen. Pattern maker gonna be dumb good. 3 equals tons. I mean, it's 3 right now. Let's be clear. Carrot Museum is gonna give me like 11 or 12 wood this game and some stone. It's gonna be real dumb. I don't necessarily get 6 wood here though, but we'll see. So far, Carrot Museum has turned 2 clay into 2 wood and 2 points. Correct. But we know for a fact it's doing way more than that. It's prevented beer table from coming out. Yes, that part's true too. But we don't actually have to. I mean, I guess if we knew we were running just beer table, beer keg, we wouldn't have done Carrot Museum things, and would that have been better? I have no idea. But honestly, this game's been fairly dreamy for us. Like, our actions have worked very well, so. We've not exactly been Grainiacs, yeah. We're not. I really hope single sheep has to get taken this round, but I don't know that that's true. But I hope it does. I hope it is. But it's probably not. What was beer table doing last harvest? Nothing. Yeah. It's not like blocking beer table from the table has done anything. Dodging the no grain. Look, I don't need both beer table and beer keg this game. I don't even know that I need either of them to win, to be completely honest. It's very possible we don't actually need any of those, and we're just gonna like stone oven and keep using grain to feed and say that we have enough points between pattern maker and building a nice farm and having a million crops. Like, are any of my opponents doing more winning things at the moment? I mean, I would argue not, but I don't know. You think the veggie just wins the game on its own? That's basically what I'm saying. Like, I'm about to end stage 3 with like basically my crops solved and most of my wood for fencing. I don't know. Do we see anybody doing more efficient stuff that's going to beat me? Purple's game looks okay if they actually somehow had half timbered parts. Red has to freaking day labor here for food. I'm getting 6 wood. Like, I don't know. Lao Zhu is probably the only person that could beat me based on skill. And Lao Zhu is going to fish and be able to build another room. So I don't know. Lao Zhu's game's probably the one that could beat mine, and maybe they will. We'll find out. Can everybody legally so bake? No. Okay. Good. Beer table and beer keg are both grain uncappers, and you have to sow vegetables instead of stacking grain. Yes. I can't really use them that effectively at the moment, and that's fine. Like, it's quite okay that I'm not really going to use beer keg or beer table for much of anything. I think Pattern Maker and Carrot Museum are going to be enough points here to be quite happy, but somebody got to take 8 wood from the grove. That's nice. Beer table is a bit better than an uncapper. Yeah, it does. Anyhow, purple builds a fireplace. Okay, that's you do that. You be so hungry that you can't do anything else. I love it. Hopefully purple builds another room and takes a sheep. That'd be just grand. Or am I taking a sheep here to take a grain? Or am I just taking a grain? Or am I just plowing? All tough. Or am I just taking RSF? Reedstone admittedly feeds me without having to raw eat a grain. Maybe this is just Reedstone and then sow bake and hope we get a grain by that point. Probably not getting a grain by that point. Probably not getting a grain by that point. You love my disdain for their food plans given circumstances? Hey, I'm fully willing to accept that our food sucks still. Harpooner has the best food? Yeah, they do. But they have to keep harpooning, so, you know, that's a thing. It's not particularly close? Correct. It's not. Okay. I guess I'm going to RSF here, but this is awkward. If I don't get handed an extra grain here, it's... Well, I guess we get to just spread our veggies that much faster. I don't know. We'll see. I still can't be blocked on sow at least, so that's the good news. But yeah, be really convenient if purple gifted me a sheep grab here, but it doesn't necessarily make that much sense for purple to do so. But it doesn't not make sense for them to do so. So well, I don't know. We'll see what they're doing. Clearing spade and plant fertilizer. Oh yeah, we have dumb opportunities here, Civ. We have insane crops if we want it though. That's like we can probably exploit some grain stuff, but I don't know when, since I can't actually get the grain in the ground because I haven't actually played Pattern Maker. Also, how do we actually get Pattern Maker played is a yet to be determined. But plow and eat a raw veggie possibly better than RSF. Hmm. I don't think so, Gordon. I disagree. I think the fact that I already have a read is pretty valuable. I agree that taking a sheep and eating a raw veggie was very tempting because getting a grain in the ground was very useful. I'm kind of hoping to high roll the grain into the ground, and purple's just gonna build the next room instead of teal, which is good. That's good. That actually makes sense too. That's yeah. Okay, that's yeah. That is good. I like that. That's fine. I like teal not getting the next room here. And purple getting the next room. They did play a half-timbered house, so like, they kind of have to, but purple's purple dunking on their scales. I mean, purple chose to SP when they didn't need to, and they played a Quipper. Their scales was never gonna live forever. They got 6 food out of scales. That's enough. Like, but yeah, purple's SP was still real bad. They threw away an action in the mid game, but anyhow, in the meantime, how are we actually going to play Pattern Maker, by the way? I really would like to play Pattern Maker next round. Hopefully people, although who's the hell's renovating? God. This Pattern Maker is not going to give me grain until late because nobody's renovating early, which is mildly an issue. Because I actually, like, literally need the grain from Pattern Maker to come in soon, too, but Laoju has tons of resources, so kudos to them on that. I'm also going to have tons of resources, though. Is it going to be any good? I don't know. But I probably want a joinery pretty soon also because, yeah, like, holy smokes, am I going to have wood. I might just raw eat a veg next round, actually. As annoying as it is, I might raw eat a veg to get Pattern Maker played. Pattern Maker is pretty important to hit the table. It's a lot of points, and it's grain that I very dearly need. I would really like to get grain in the ground so I could stone oven. Like, I do think stone oven is also, like, legitimately part of the game plan, or maybe I'm supposed to just get hearth parts and eat veggies. But getting enough grain just to run stone oven and ignoring beer table, beer keg also feels fine. I'm gonna get 1 stone next round from Carrot Museum, which like is the perfect amount for stone oven. And then if we get 4 clay, we could reno stone oven. But we have to like actually get a bunch of grain to exploit that. So tough. Also, if we're renovating, we're not getting grain from Pattern Maker. Ugh. Blech. We'll figure it out. Also, actually, the clay is really annoyingly pressured this game. Purple has no clay for renos, red has no clay for renos, and teal probably doesn't want to build rooms in clay. Actually, teal does want to build rooms in clay. What else are they doing with all their clay? They don't need clay for feeding. Okay, yeah, Laoju actually is going to renovate next round, I think. It'd be surprising if Laoju doesn't renovate. So I do want to get Pattern Maker down before Laoju renovates. Somebody's going to take 2 sheep because they're hungry. So that's also good news. Cows flip, okay. I'm going to be ready to fence in round 11, but I don't know that I actually have time to take animals, annoyingly.
I'm gonna have to so bake again. We'll see. Things are a little tricky, but they're not. They're certainly far from bad. Ak is getting taken first action. Well, that's effing obnoxious. God damn it. Housebook Master? You're nowhere near that, dude. Oh my god. Okay, do we eat 2 raw veggies? Potato Ridger mod check. Yeah, Potato Ridger would be incredible here. Okay. Red frickin' Akin was actually kind of a disaster, because now I have to eat 2 veggies to Pattern Maker, which is really not ideal. I really don't want to, but I also really want Pattern Maker played. Like, really want to play Pattern Maker. I also really want to take 4 clay, though. Laoju's been taking clay like a madman. Somebody just played a Housebook Master and is asking to get dunked on. I mean, I do want to renovate at this point because I took a read, and I'd like to build a major. So I guess I take this clay. Gosh, eating 2 raw veggies just sucks so much, but not getting Pattern Maker played is kind of death. But also, I'm going to take the clay, and I'm going to hope Teal's not renovating with their next action. But Teal might be renovating with their next action. I really don't know. I guess Teal also might just be double building wood rooms. Hell if I know. Housebook, they almost have to have a 3-ock miner, I guess. I don't know. That was impossible to foresee coming. Opening Housebook Master there was, yeah, it's just the chaos move for Teal's 2 stone. Instead of the 4 clay, that might enable Housebook Master. Yeah. I mean, Red didn't take the pigs either, and they're pretty hungry. And yeah, they should have taken 4 clay so they could actually renovate, but they've played a Housebook Master, and whatever. Like, that's their right. I might get a well. I might be getting a well pretty soon, actually, right? Nobody's built the well yet because all the stone is being saved for God knows what. It's a double late stone game. Maybe I'm supposed to sow more crops. I don't know. Teal is going to build rooms rather than renovate. Why did you take so much clay? What are you doing? You're going to renovate and build a clay room? Okay. I guess that's also legal. The annoying thing is it might encourage somebody else to reno. Yeah. Okay, so purple's going to grow. I am going to just eat 2 raw veg. Ugh, it's disgusting, and yet I really want that Ock in play, and I don't super need that many veggies. God, this is throwing away 2 wood, though, too. God, my food's so bad. What's the alternative? Eating 2 raw veg that much better than... Well, it's better... See, the thing is, Gonzo, it is quite a bit better because I still have the Ock in play for the future. Having the Ock in play long term is so valuable because it's going to work on at least like 3-4 renos this game. I mean, purple, to be fair, purple's decreed they're going to renovate. Red decreed they're going to renovate. I'm pretty confident teal's going to renovate. Now, are these players actually going to renovate when there's no fucking clay in the game and I took the clay to renovate? Honestly, who knows? Because I don't know how they're going to renovate. So maybe it's not that good to get it down, and maybe I should just take the sheep here and dunk on the others, but I think I'm supposed to play Pattern Maker, but it's I don't know. This is also very dubious. Eating the veggies I worked so hard for in that capacity is very lame. But I'm gonna do it. But it's very wrong, potentially. But whatever. Teal also built stables, by the way, for those who weren't paying attention. Red is going to fence. Wow. Kudos to them. That's actually like a reasonable move. Nobody's taking wood. Nobody's plowing. Nobody taking wood and nobody plowing in stage 4 is usually a good sign that things have gone somewhat awry for a lot of people at the table, though. Like, prioritizing builds, renos, ox instead of prioritizing wood and plows is not how you win Agricola. Building farms for suckers, yeah. It just kind of feels like renos aren't happening until stage 5, and there may have been a more efficient way to get Pattern Maker down before then. There might have been.
There might have been Gonzo. It's very. I don't feel good about the way that I just played Pattern Maker and ate the veggies. I really don't. But I also look at this game and see nobody taking wood from the board, but I'm going to want to take big wood piles from the board. I'm going to still play a joinery on top of this Pattern Maker, I think. Like, I don't know. I also know that my food sucks. The only way I can feed is to get grain. I need to get grain rolled in. I might even be taking a manually grain here now, but why do we have a clay oven and no other feeding? Because things have been awkward. And we've been prioritizing doing dumb potato digger carrot museum things. And, yeah. We have raw veggies. Yeah. It's not good. Our food is bad. But the food is bad from a lot of people at this table. We're playing at a table with some very weak players. Well, don't ever grain. You can sheep and get 2 points with it. Well, that's kind of a lie because I have feed pellets, so I can, like... Is this sheep actually... With that said, it is annoying that nobody's taking the sheep also, although purple probably is taking the sheep here. Am I willing to bet purple on taking the sheep? Or do I just build a joinery right now? God, I don't know. I could also build a well next to... I could just renovate. Actually, I should renovate. I should just renovate the joinery because I want to get out of the reno queue. I want other people to renovate. Yeah, that's going to be what we're doing. We're going to do that. I'm okay with this. And then we really hope purple takes sheep because they need food. But are they smart enough to do that? I don't know because we're playing with maniacs. Purple could SP for 6 wood. Would that be wrong of them? Probably, but again, we're playing with maniacs. Hell if I know anything at all. We can win with 35. Possibly. I mean, Teal is a reasonable enough player that Teal should get 40. But purple only has 1 more miner to SP with. Correct. The good news is we shouldn't be going last in the end game either. But hell if I know much of what's really happening here. To be fair, we're already at 17, and we have quite a few actions left. Our feeding sucks. We have to sow next round. We really need grain. We really need purple to take a damn sheep. And I really need somebody to renovate next round for pattern maker purposes. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll somehow make it through, but please just take the sheep purple. It would make life so easy. You need the sheep so badly. Or you could plow. You need plows too. That's fine. You have to assume Teal's lined up a clay room. I agree. You have to assume Teal took all this clay for a clay room. They're going to renovate pottery? I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Our food is an oven and our grain comes from other players. It's also dicey. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, the sheep are definitely getting taken this round. That part's gonna happen. So that's the good news. Purple's gonna red is opening Ak again rather than... Okay, they have Conservator. Okay, well, somebody's renovating this round. But red opening Ak instead of 2 cows is incredibly gross negligence. Or 6 wood. Red is a very weak player that has only their mind. Teal gets 2 cows, yeah. Teal has exactly what they need to reno pottery, build a clay room, so if they don't do that, you'll stop knowing. I forgot about Conservative too, but this is clearly reno at least. So renovation's happening. Sheep are gonna happen before the end of the round, so I should be able to sow bake, plant 1 grain, and plant some veggies, do some spreading. I think I'm just taking 4 wood. You thought it was trowel? Yeah. I started to wonder if it was Conservator, but Conservator's great news. There's going to be renos. There's going to be renos. It's going to happen. I think I'm just taking 4 wood, and then I'm going to fence, and then I'm going to sow bake. Nobody can sow bake still. Yeah, just take big wood piles, then fence. I could fence right here and hope to get the sheep back. It's also an option. But no, I really want to fence fully, and I need to be able to pattern make, and I need to be able to joinery in the harvest, I think. So purple does get the cows. Kudos. Fencing now is weird. It is. Isn't it just strictly better for your opponents? No, Gonzo, I can get the grain either way.
Sheep provider is very kind. You can take the sheep yourself. That's why CS said I'd never take a manual grain. I should always just take them. But anyhow, pattern maker is excellent here. That's what we wanted. Teal is growing. What? Teal is growing? Oh, because they have to harpooner last action, don't they? Oh my god, they have to harpooner last action. Okay, so everybody, even though this game's rough, we've won this game we're gonna win this game by a lot. We're just definitely going to win this game by a lot because we're the only one actually building a farm. And even though our feeding sucks, it's not so bad. We're gonna make it through. It's rough, but it's gonna be okay. You were thinking the feed pellets means I don't want to take them to grab the sheep. I mean, the feed pellets I do want to play still because it's a good use for all of our stuff. Purple takes the sheep as expected, so this is fine. Teal's farm looks fine to you. Their crops will be a little weak, but they have food and wood and they'll have 4 stables. I think Teal's just too slow. Surely Teal is too slow. They're at 8 points. And like they have a ton of resources, I guess. So maybe I shouldn't totally call them at 8 points, but they have 8 points entering the final stretch, even with 12 actions. I mean, I guess they're gonna hit 40 still, but Teal's game is too slow. Exactly. That's what I agree. There's no way this is fast enough. They still have to reno, build a room, grow. It's fine. It's not clear they get either better farm or better ceiling. Yes, agreed. Agreed on all of that. All right, I definitely need to bake bread. That's the annoying part. I do admit my food still sucks. We'd really like to figure out our food a bit better. So, that's a long-term goal we could work on. But the good news is we bake a bread, we sow a grain, we plant a veg. Do we just plant all the veggies? Or do I not plant this veggie so I can... Do we not plant a veggie so that we can move the grain over? Solving food in stage 5 where we're going to be... Hey, look, I don't want to solve that. I agree, CS. It's not great. With that said, if I have my farming done, is it really that bad to be solving food in stage 5? You think clearing spade on the grain makes a lot of sense? I think I agree. I think I like it like this, and then clearing spade one of the grain. That also gives me 2 stone off Carrot Museum. 2 stone is kind of the ideal number to sneak in the stone oven, which will basically solve our feeding because we'll actually have a good amount of grain then. And we still generate a good amount of wood off the Carrot Museum for Pattern Maker. Yeah, this looks good. This looks good. 2 stone looks really good. Veg opens another field. Yeah, that's true, CS, but I actually like having 2 stone coming in. I think 2 stone's great. I either get a well or I get a... There's a well and a stone oven, and I'd like both. I'll take one. Honestly, I probably want the stone oven. If I could just get one huge bake action, that mostly solves what I need at this point. I'm pretty happy start playing here in the end. Pretty happy start playing in the end. Putting Teal last is another reason that Teal's game doesn't look so good to me. I can SP feed pellets. I can SP plant fertilizer. I can SP with beer keg maybe at some point. Putting Teal last, SPing for grow, SPing for a late plow sow. That all seems pretty good too. But we'll see. Well or stone oven or even read into Reno. Not that one though. Yeah, not read into Reno. I don't want to block the Reno queue. I really want to keep taking wood also, but I don't know that I have time to take more wood actions. But this pattern maker should be very good at the end. Nice we get a decent bit of stone off Carrot Museum rather than only wood, especially with double late stone. Yep, that's part of the value here for sure. I do plan to eat a wood here with the joinery. Pretty sure that's correct, just to give me a little flexibility here. I might want to play Greengrocer, maybe. I'm probably just using the veg though I'm probably using the veg with feed pellets in order to breed extra animals. Yeah, I have just a handful of extra veggies. Really, I only want to sow grain from here on out. I don't know. We'll see. Technically, these are potatoes. Yes. Carrot requires a lot of commitment. You never get it to work unless the vegetables are just free. I agree, Civ, that I really dislike Carrot Museum on average, right? I mean, I think everybody here on this hopefully realizes that. Like, I am generally a Carrot Museum hater. I don't think it's very good. Honestly, it occasionally is very strong. Even this game, we've built a lot around it, and I think our game would be basically as good if I ignored it. I think we could have set up a really good game if I just focused on the grain cards I got past and completely ignored the Carrot Museum and the Potato Digger. But you've only really had success with it in Childless. Yes, I agree. You think Potato Digger is a decently good enabler. I agree. I think Potato Digger is a reasonably good enabler for Carrot Museum. And it is a, I went for it here. Ooh, God, do we get Grow? We should never get Grow, but give me Grow. Come on, Red, play another Ock inexplicably. Take 2 pigs. And well, then Teal would have to not Grow. Okay, it's less and less likely, but do it. No, I really want 2 pigs. If I don't get 2 pigs, I'm slamming start. Or am I slamming 3 wood? I might slam 3 wood. 3 wood is also pretty fun. Somebody's going to renovate. I'm probably just starting. I'm taking 2 pigs, or I'll take 2 pigs, then 3 wood, then start. I'm not sure how much start players should be contested at this table. These players have a lot they need to get done, which is a great reason that they're probably just going to take... Purple's probably going to SP on me, even though they have a million things to do in an equipper. Wow, Purple is going to take the pigs. Okay, well, congrats, Teal. That's insane. Yeah, Teal's going to get Grow. Okay. Somebody's definitely going to SP for Plow, so we'll see. If they do, whatever. I'm taking 3 wood. I don't care. Somebody's renovating. Purple should be taking clay to reno, probably. They have a freaking half-timbered house they've committed to that they need to work on, but... 2 pigs from red's very annoying. You have to grow there. Don't... If I win this game, despite Teal getting handed so much, like... Ugh. Teal's seat would have been so easy to win this game from. Purple's half-timbered is so aspirational, there's no guarantee they get 4 stone. Oh, I agree. Their half-timbered house is super dubious, but, like, I don't know. They committed to it. It's their choice. They also have no wood, and I'm being a wood bully, so sorry. I mean, Purple's super out of it, Red's out of it, but whatever. Really, Teal's the only person that can beat me, and I don't even know that Teal can beat me, although Teal getting handed Grow without is certainly helping them. Their half-timbered is also the scales breaker. Yeah, they did things. They have super free money. Look, they just have a really dumb start player. That's their whole problem. They started when they shouldn't have. Like, that was their mistake. You don't get playing it. I agree. Look, purple made some dumb moves. Red's made some dumb moves. This Housebook Master Conservators really distract them. Wow, Teal's going to SP. Okay, well, we're getting Grow without anyhow. Thanks, Teal. Sure. Automatic Water Trough. Hey, that's another card I can start player on you later. Sure. Go for it. I don't know. Whatever. I don't understand, but I don't have to. Why would you SP a sheep there? I guess because there's nothing else to do. You should renovate. Why are you not renovating? Whatever. I will take a cow, and then I will take a sheep. I don't really care. I mean, I mildly care. I'd like to do better. Well, wait. Am I supposed to greengrocer? I play greengrocer just to use it twice? No, that seems dumb. Screw that. Just take animals. Make sure nobody else has points. Whatever. It was start for Grow, you think? The half-timber house start was good. Playing the minor wasn't. It was start for Grow. I agree. You support their username, though. You're low-key rooting for Purple to have a 45-point stage 5. That's fair. Their name is definitely fun. RSF, just a basket weave. Yeah, I think 2 actions for 2 points is wrong, Civ, but you're right that that's funny to think about. I do really like taking sheep here because I really just want to continue... I really want to continue the grain rolling because I want to play Stone Oven in order to basically fix our feeding. And I should be able to play Stone Oven next round. Somebody needs to frickin' renovate, though. Yeah, get on that renovating thing. Reno for me, you peasants. There you go. There you go. Thanks, Civ. You're right. You're definitely right. I shouldn't have doubted you. I'm assuming this is pottery. I've got to assume it's pottery. Teal probably beats me to what? Oh, BMW? I mean, yeah, I guess Teal should beat me to BMW. Actually, wait a second. Teal had Harpooner and Forest Lake Hut and took something instead of Basket Weaver. What? How do you not take 6th pick Basket Weaver with Harpooner? I'm gonna claim that they took reasonable cards over Basket Weaver the first time. They would have been a 2nd pick Basket Weaver, Dr. Blah. Maybe they got the Harpooner 3rd pick. I don't know. But 6th pick Basket Weaver, I don't understand how anything was better than that, but I don't have to. I guess I take a sheep here. I mean, even if I play feed pellets is still a point and lets me do useful things with my veg. And this gets me another grain. And that grain is maybe useful, and what else am I doing on this board is nothing. Nothing is... Oh, I could take 2 wood. It doesn't seem very needed. I don't really need 2 wood. Maybe they got Harpooner 2nd. Yeah, exactly. They could have got Harpooner 2nd. They could have taken Harpooner over Basket Weaver. And look, do I think Harpooner is very good? No, but steps. We're gonna like... The main point is, at some point toward the end of the draft, they were staring down Basket Weaver and something else, and they had Harpooner in hand, and we're like, nah, I don't need a Basket Weaver. Also, for the record, part of why Teal's game is not very good is because they still are feeding off of Harpooner actions, which means they need to keep taking freaking Harpooner every round. So even though they have 5 family members, one of those family members just has to go fish every round, basically. The big issue is passing the card and somebody take it. Correct. You don't want to encourage somebody else to take your BMW if you're going to add a bunch of read to the game. That's why it's crazy to me they didn't take it, but whatever. My plan is to grow and then SP and then Stone Oven. Ooh, that's a greedy plan. That is a greedy plan. My plan is grow, just play Stone Oven, and then SP feed pellets? I don't know. My plan's going to be something. We'll see. It'll be fine. Maybe we so bake. I don't know. My whole game's been littered with greedy plans, and so far they've mostly worked. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who wants to SP here in the late game, but again, predicting these opponents is impossible. Also, let's just loop back to, am I losing this game? I guess Teal can still beat me. Teal did get to 19 points. They got handed a grow without. They have a big fence action. And they have literally 11 actions left. I'm at 34 with a decent number of actions, but not that many points. It's going to be close. Are you nuts for wanting Beer Keg on the team? No. No? Yes? I don't know. How about Beer Table on the team? Can we do that? What if we... Actually, how do we get to any of that on the team? Please do explain, actually. How are we getting that on the team? How do we have enough actions to take the family growth that I think is mandatory, take the Stone Oven that I've basically made mandatory because of my choices, and then actually do anything about getting crops in the ground and beer? You don't think it ever happens? Yeah, I agree. I don't actually have the time. I think I would have to give up a grow action, which seems insane. So, yeah. I mean, maybe. It might be possible that I beer table the last harvest. Maybe I beer table for... Well, am I ever spending 2 wood, though, for beer table? No, that makes no sense either. I have a joinery. No, I'm sorry. I just don't Stone Oven if I want keg, but it seems wrong. I would agree. I guess I could build well and try to go keg, but that seems... No, we're not. Beer table last harvest seems so bad. It is. They're both off the team. They're not happening. Sorry to the believers. Not really sorry. Beer table seems really improbable. It's not happening. Yeah, it's not happening. It's bad. It's okay. We're gonna be fine with what we have. Honestly, we really... Wow, 2 read gets taken from Laoju? What is Laoju doing with 2 read? Oh, that's just a misclick from fishing. Okay, yeah, that makes way more sense. Okay. Reorienting ourselves. What is important? Honestly, my round is pretty constrained, so it doesn't really matter. This is such an insane grade hand. How come it played out with no table or keg? Because of Carrot Museum. Yeah, we ran Carrot Museum pretty hard, and in our defense, Carrot Museum has done a lot for us. Oh, you just showed up. Yeah, that's why. Now, to be completely honestly, again, this is a sign where like I don't actually think Carrot Museum's great because I think this hand probably should have ignored Carrot Museum by the end. I probably should have just pushed grain hard and been happy with it, but we ran Carrot Museum. But whatever. This game's also just one of those kind of annoying ones because we're playing with some very questionable opponents, and so it's been impossible to predict some things too, so like, whatever. It could have just been a hearth instead of an oven. Carrots is how you push grain. Yeah, the answer maybe is that it was supposed to just be a hearth, yeah. Although, if it was a hearth, I didn't really feed for one stage. Like, it did become really awkward. Our food was really bad, and our food was partly pretty bad because there was no good bottom feeding, because other people also decided to feed really inefficiently. Red decided to take 3 food into Brook, even though they had stew, and then they built a fireplace. We got late sheep and late pigs, so there wasn't really food injection. This harpooner came really late. This scales admittedly added a bit of food, so there was that, but like the early food got really messed. Teal also chose to make their less food in the game because they played harpooner, but then they took 3 food traveling instead of 4 food reed fish. Also, stone first action. What? Stone first action is are they just killing me on stone oven, and do I care? Whatever, grow is there. I don't care. I don't know what 3 stone first action is, but I'm not gonna worry. It's just they really want a Renault. They really want BMW. I don't know. How do you have no crops? You pass on. You started for 3 stone. I can't with people. I just can't with people. How many day labor has Red taken? 1, correct. What is Laoju even taking? I presume Plauceau or 4 wood. I don't know. 3 stone was not it, but sure, take stone and don't farm. That's a good way to lose also, but if we get blocked on stone oven, what do? We just sow bake? Yeah, I just sow bake and then SP beer table. Sure. It's fine. Laoju takes more stone. Okay, they're just gonna Renault BMW. Since they're Renaulting BMW, no, we could get really messed if we don't take stone oven here. Let's not mess around with it. This is just so easy. The well is still there, which is certainly cute, but like this is our food for the whole game now. Yeah, this is my food for the whole game now. Let's just get that out of the way. I'm at 41. I'm getting a couple pattern points. I can SP I could SP water trough for points. I could SP feed pellets for some good points. SP feed pellets is still what I really want to do. Feed pellets lets me turn a veg into a cow, which is real nice. Feed pellets is 2 pairs. You can only do 1 exchange, right? Yeah, you can exchange exactly 1 veg. So unfortunately, I can't. But wow, Laoju's just gonna re-up. Okay, I mean, that's a bit annoying, but also it's Laoju continuing to do weak actions, in my opinion. So it comes with a sheep, so it's still 2 pairs. Oh, it comes with a sheep. I see. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, getting blocked on it's actually really annoying. I would have really liked a start player there, but I guess kudos to Laoju for continuing to predict when I was going to SP and leaving me with unsavory actions. They're not great, but I just take a pig and don't worry about it too much. Yeah, I just take a pig and don't worry about it too much. Like, I'm gonna get so bake next round after getting some more grain. I should just be hitting like 50 pretty easily. I can get grow again this way. Okay, yeah, this is fine. I guess actually I'm not getting that many points from Pattern Maker. Pattern Maker's not really points because of joinery. That's a little messy. It's still worth doing in case there's a lot of wood at the end, but... Laoju's opportunity to beat me really felt like it was stage. I mean, maybe. Laoju is still has some really big point actions left, though. But I guess their food is still... They still do have to take annoying feeding actions, or they have to reno. Wow, Chimney Sweep. Purple is really not renovating fast enough. Oh, Brotherly Love. Okay, well, that's cute. Well, okay, Purple's Chimney Sweep is going to get them real close. There are a lot of renovations happening at the end, so this Pattern Maker still can be a lot. But, gosh, yeah, I have so much food then. Yeah, so the joinery's really not going to be anything. Unless I get 6 wood next round. Getting 6 wood would be real nice. Maybe I am getting 6 wood. That's... maybe. But yeah, not getting feed pellets here was annoying. Laoju SP'd a bunch in the endgame. I guess kudos to them for SP'ing, but also like they SP'd to take 3 stone, and then SP woodpile, and then they still haven't fenced or taken animals or taken crops. And they could just be plow sowing, and instead they're spending a bunch of actions to renovate. I guess it comes with a stable, so it's a 5-point reno. They're still taking 3 actions for 5 points. Well, it's Renault BMW. Okay, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Anyhow, was that feed pellets really 4 points if we played it? Yes, because we probably get the pig. Yeah, you're counting 1 sheep point, 1 boar point, 2 cows. Yes. It probably was 4 points if we could play feed pellets last round. With that said, that feed pellets will still be... well, it's only going to be 1 point next round. Yeah, actually blocked on feed pellets is real bad. I maybe should have played feed pellets and just bet that I got the stone oven back, because I probably would have. But, oh well. Oh well. But yeah, no, that was sad. That feed pellet... we actually were set up super nice for that feed pellets, because we have the extra veg and everything, but... this is why Beer Keg was insane. Because feed pellets... oh, yes, sorry. Yeah. No, correct, you're right. The feed pellets was so nice here, but unfortunately we did get blocked. I mean, again, we had a very narrow option there. I'm just still slightly surprised Laoju chose to SP, but I guess it was an SP for 2 wood, and they have a million actions, and being last was going to be bad for them. But it just looks like Laoju's not getting enough done in time, but maybe I'm wrong. Because I might be 2 point capped. Wait, they're taking Reed? Okay, Laoju taking Reed is pretty clear cut to me that they're not winning. I mean, they have a giant Reno fence. Which, like, they have to open Ren fence, though. There's also a 6 wood action that I might just be taking, but we'll see. Insane in a bad way. You were trying to figure out how feed pellets makes Beer Keg better. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Dr. Ball. I read that wrong the first time. I was like, wait, what? But anyhow, yeah, I really think I might just be taking 6 wood to open this round. 6 wood is a 3-point action for me. And I might... well, I probably don't get grow back if I do it, but I do get sow bake back. I don't know. We aren't cultivating? Oh, am I getting plow sow? Wait, you're right. I'm just getting plow sow. Wait a sec. No. We are just plow sowing. No. We're just plow sowing. You're right. Sorry. No. I will just plow sow. You are correct. I will just do that. I don't need to do any of that. Sorry. I don't need it. No, I'm sorry. I don't want to eat anything. I lied. I don't need to eat anything. Just let me feed. I have so much food. Too much food all of a sudden. Yeah, Plaso is just a clean 4-point action that nobody else gets. That seems good. And then I just take singleton animals. That part's gross, but... just major minor to block Laoju after they run fence. That'd be fun too. Grow then sow is probably better. It might be, actually. That's what I'm warming up on now that you say that. Nobody's taking sow because nobody has crops, right? Well, red has crops now. But do they sow? I don't know. I agree. It looks like I get sow back, so then I should grow. Ugh, I don't know. Cultivation is more clearly winning. I think that's what I'm at. Like, I think if I just cultivation, I like for sure win, no matter what happens. But if I grow and then somehow get sow blocked, maybe I'm losing. Probably not though. Is sowing even that good actually? Because I'm gonna pattern make at least one more grain anyhow. So sowing's only 2 points, and then the plow. But I might wheel plow. I also have very few points after growing or sowing. I only miss on one. Yeah, well, and I missed the plow, right? But pattern maker's point neutral. Yeah, it basically just raises my ceiling if I take 6 wood, which is also part of why I thought about just taking 6 wood. Because unfortunately, purple really wants 6 wood. The funny move is 6 wood. It's not even that funny. 6 wood is just 3 points. Like, it's a clean 3-point action. And it blocks purple, but I don't need to block purple. Really, it comes down to what Lao Zhu. Wow, Lao Zhu has blocked themselves from plowing. Lao Zhu does want BMW very badly. And then Lao Zhu wants to take clay. They want to fish very badly. They want to take some animals. Am I scared of any of that? I can block major minor also is the funny thing, but it's probably not very good. They can block me on sow. Okay, if I take 3 wood here, does anybody even grow? I guess red would grow. But then I get back so bake like always. I'm really tempted to take 6 wood still. I think I get so bake back a lot of the time. I mean, which is the same argument for grow, I guess. Okay, if I take 6 wood, I never get 6 wood back. But if I take 6 wood, do I get at least one of grow, sow, or plow sow? And I think the answer is yes. I think it's pretty unlikely that I take 6 wood and then it goes plow, sow, grow, sow. So I'm going to claim this is what I do. It might all be pointless anyhow, but grow probably goes, but it's not going to teal, so who cares? That's also true, actually. I don't really care. I only care about teal, but I mean, I guess taking 6 wood doesn't block teal in any fashion. But I guess there is a question. I'm already at 47. Can teal even get to 47? Teal builds BMW for 4. Takes clay for another 2, and then, yeah, it has several 2-point actions. Okay, so teal could get... Well, and then how are they feeding? Does teal have to fish? I don't know. Purple's just going to fence. I approve. That's easy. Fences are contested. Oh, yeah, red wanted fencing. Oh, well then, okay, yeah, this was easy then. I'm ending up with more than 47. That's true. I'm ending at more than 47 regardless. I have 1-point actions with my remaining 3 actions. I'm hoping for a big point action left, which it appears I am going to get a big point. I am getting a big point action. I'm getting sow or grow or plow sow. So yeah, this is fine. If teal can get to 47, that's fine. Yeah. It's hard to see how teal gets above 47. Well, these people they could get to 49 if they could feed, but they can't feed. So red is just going to build stables. Wow, this is incredible. Red, you should be plow sowing. Why are you building stables instead of plow sowing? I don't understand, but I don't have to. And you are seriously going to build BMW instead of plow sow. Okay, fine. I guess I plow sow and hope grow comes back? Or do I just grow and assume sow comes back? Red has foreign aid in their mind. Yeah. Maybe I do just grow here. I almost certainly get sow bake back, right? I mean, I guess red could sow 1 veg, or teal could show 1 veg, but that doesn't make that... Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Sow is only 2 points for me. I'm going to grow. Screw it. I've won anyhow, right? This is just winning at this point, so... Teal sequence was very forced because they needed the BMW very badly. I suppose I could just block it, yeah. Plow gets taken, that's fine. If Teal wants to sow bake block me, whatever. But sow baking isn't even that exciting for me, is it? Because yeah, it's really not that great, and they're not even gonna bother. But it is my best action, so I'll take it. But all right, we're just gonna do that. Hey everybody, we could beer table. It's not actually, yeah. We could do it. They can't take 1 point plow over 4 point BMW. Yeah. You think I should have sowed 3 grain and then be able to beer keg? Yeah, the problem is I'm at exact joiner resources, right? So like I can't do that, but sad half timbered house. No, Gonzo, they're hitting half timbered house. They have a chimney sweep. Purple totally has half timbered house. They got their 4 point half timbered house. It's coming. They got an 8 point reno coming. I mean, the sad thing is they have an 8 point reno coming and they don't even have enough food. And yeah, there's lots of other issues, but they have it. They have it. It's a 1 point move. Yeah, I have lots of 1 point moves. So whatever. Like plow's a 1 point move. Pig's a 1 point move. Feed pellets is a 1 point move. Hey, taking wood is a 1 point move. Sure, give me more patterns. Why not? Whatever. The 4 point half timbered is a kind of sad half timbered. Oh, sure. It absolutely. I mean, half timbered on 4 is fine, but yeah, it's not particularly strong. Again, I'm not going to try to bash purple or red too much. Like they're clearly weaker players. Like they're putting up 30s. They don't actually know what's going on. I'm just happy to beat Lao Zhu when Lao Zhu got quite a few gifts this game. But Lao Zhu, I think, also made some dubious decisions. So 8 stone rooms equals full timber. Noted. Yes, that is the lesson there. That is an important lesson. So I'm glad we all learned that. Lao Zhu has to just harpooner for food. That's fine. It does give them a point of BMW at least. Lao Zhu still does put up a pretty good game, but we got this. You thought 4 room was actually the most played. I suspect 4 room is the most played, but I'm not sure I'd call it the most playable. I would say that on 4 rooms, half timbered house is kind of just like almost break even. Like all those resources are probably roughly 4 points by the time you take the actions to gather them. I mean, it depends on how your game breaks, but it's not like, yeah. Anyhow, what's the coolest? I guess this is a point and a resource, but it was kind of cool to play feed pellets and breed us a cow, but I guess none of that really matters. Yeah, I'm so sad we didn't get to do the feed pellets thing. We were so set up for carrots into feed pellets, which is always such a beautiful thing, but just slamming more wood seems fun. We can really show off our wood stats at the end here. Half Timbered House also gives so many opportunities to be awkward on resources. You like it more as a D draft than actually playing it. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Half Timbered House is very meaningful ceiling for some games though that break that way. But I think Half Timbered is mostly particularly useful for 5 room game plans. But it definitely has its place. It's just not as good as people think. I mean, Purple really stretched for it this game, and you see what happens when you really stretch for it. I mean, Purple did a lot of other things wrong, but I'm glad we get a 53 here. This stage 1 broke very well. Then stage 2, 3, and 4, our food was super tight. It was awkward. It was a bit ugly, but our general game plan was just really strong here. Carrot Museum with Potato Digger was strong enough. Also, we partly had a good reason to lead into the Carrot Museum because, yeah, a 5 point pattern maker and a 5 point joinery getting 10 points due to having all the extra wood in the game is pretty powerful because, yeah, our farm is not that good. Our animals suck, but our crops, fields, and pastures are great. But we were only in clay rooms. We did get max family too, so that was all nice. But yeah, cool way to hit 53. How much stuff did I get from carrots? Yeah, we'll go look that up. In theory, half timbered's pretty great. In practice, you find it's awkward, way too off. I don't think it's quite 90%, but I do agree that half timbered house is more awkward than you think because of those resources. There's way too many games where, like, yeah, that one clay is a problem, or that one reed's a problem, or the one stone's a problem, or the wood costs a point. And yeah, it turns less good than you'd think. All right, we took 33 wood off the board, so that's always fun. But then we also, on top of that, decided to just generate 10 wood ourselves, and we still used it all, so that's always good. I got like 4 stone and 10 wood, close. Only 3 stone, but yes, very close. 10 wood, 3 stone from carrots. So that's certainly some big payoff. Plus, we actually maxed our carrot points, right? There's that. We got the 2 points from the museum itself. That 3 stone turned very important because that paid for our stone oven, which turned into our feeding. I earned 10 grain from cards. That was 5 from sheep provider, 5 from pattern maker. That was basically all of our food. I earned 5 food from pattern maker itself. Otherwise, my food this game came from grain and 2 raw veggies. Which also, in hindsight, this 2 raw veggies really didn't hurt me very much. It was painful, and maybe there was a better way to go about it, but it really turned out fine. Number of food from wood, we ate 1 wood too, but harvested 10 veggies. Yeah, what a weird game. What a weird game. Taking 33 wood from the board is also kind of nuts, but like when somebody only takes 8, that's also not how you win the game. Also, how did Lao Zhu take only 20? Lao Zhu got like 6 wood twice, didn't they? I don't even know if I don't know the exact number, but that's a bit wild. Lao Zhu also took 20 clay from the board. That's another generally good way to not win. I mean, they still put 48. I shouldn't knock it that much. They did get a really nice pottery. But this porter was still an interesting play for them. And they never built a clay room. I mean, I guess they got handed an unexpected growth without, so maybe that does impact what they were going to do. Hard to say. Anyhow, we tricked all these plebs into thinking a barn full of potatoes were highly exotic carrots. We did do that too. The first stone from carrots actually gave us clay oven. That's true. No, that's not true actually, right? No, because we took RSF. I took RSF and fed via, I didn't even. I took 2 early reed stones this game, and one of the early stones paid for clay oven in stage 2, which is how we fed. And then we got a stone. We got a stone that paid for joinery. One of the stones from carrots paid for joinery on Reno in round 10. And then we got more stone in round 12, which was stone oven late. You guess it was a bit close? Yeah, it was close. You're with me. Porter's a bit of an odd space that makes it bad. Yeah, Porter's fine. Their game is a bit odd, but Porter's not that bad. Porter's not that bad, but when you play it this late, I think it's very dubious. Like, you're not going to get offered that many opportunities to use it for wood. And they didn't. They only got to use it for wood once, I believe. So then you're playing it mostly to get a lot of clay. But what are you doing with a lot of clay by round 9? I mean, you're building a pottery, which is what they did. But, like, to what end, really, was this all? I don't know. I don't think it's that good to play Porter and take clay stacks just to build pottery in Reno. It's fine. What was really awkward is they played Porter. The real issue, though, is they played Porter when they could have just taken 4 wood off the board. They declined a 4 wood action that I instead took in order to get Porter down so that they could take 6 plus 1 wood next round. So the real issue is actually also they just played Porter at a dumb time. but Porter lives in a weird space because it prefers games when resource stacks are big, but when resource stacks are big, why are you spending time ocking instead of taking the resource stacks? Yeah, I mean that's a good way to summarize it, and that's exactly what happened this game. If you can play Porter on a board that's relatively dead, and then later the board often has big resource stacks, then it can be pretty good. So if Teal somehow could have predicted that and just played Porter at a more reasonable time, but anyhow. Your last Porter game because you had House Artist and you thought it was room support. I see. Yeah, that sounds kind of reasonable. I think Porter is much more reasonable, yeah, when you think you're going to build clay rooms and you actually want to take 4 clay. Just because 4 clay is also just so much more naturally occurring. Like, people usually take 4 clay in a go. It's just much harder to get 4 wood as a consistent option in the game. It happens occasionally, but... Where did we settle on how Canal Boatman slides in the top 10? Yeah, I'm sorry, that's a bottom 10, but... You're a fan of it, but it needs to come out early and it needs the right game. Yeah, I agree with all of that. I don't think this was it for Teal, but whatever. I don't even know that Porter was really Teal's biggest issue. I mean, Teal really didn't wind up with that many great cards, although they're fine cards. They're just, I don't know. I guess I just had better stuff sitting after them. I don't really remember where Teal... I mean, Teal also failed to actually really build a farm. Yeah, I mean, Teal has no grain. Yeah, they went a little too into guilds and Stonehouse, I guess is what I would claim. They focused too hard on the Reno and guilds at the end rather than fencing and plowing, even though they had very easy access to fencing and plowing and sowing. In fact, they never took a plow action. They only got their plowman plows. They also took some late SPs that didn't seem very good because, yeah, they like SP'd into 3-stone, 3-stone, which I guess was pretty good for that. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it too much, but the plowman and mining are quite good. The rest are meh. Yeah. The fence tempo was Teal's biggest issue. They should have fenced much sooner. They had the wood for it for a long time, and then they fenced when there were no animals. I think I agree. I think that's the biggest issue. They had the wood forever, and they wound up fencing in round 14, which led to them not even getting one of each animal. So that's, yeah, always seems not good. But I'm just going to peek at the draft from their perspective. Mostly I'm really curious why you also declined 6-pick Basket Weaver. I think that's pretty wrong, but... Also, why did they not? Why, like, they passed some why did they not? They have sheep provider beer table. They passed on sheep provider beer table. Like, I mean, you just deserve to lose. Like, what did they even take? They took plowman. They took plowman mining hammer. Well, okay. I mean, those were the 2 cards that you said are good. Ace of spades. So there's that, but. The animals are so lightly contested this game, and Teal... They weren't that lightly contested because there was a lot of food problems, but the animals still weren't that contested, I agree. If Teal just fenced, it would have gone better. But... I suspect it's not that many points. With that said, they're also just drafting wrong. Like, taking Harpooner out of a pack that has, like, House Steward, Shore Fort... I don't know. This Harpooner is also very dubious. I like Harpooner even less when you see freaking Brook, and somebody's going to do some dumb Brook things, but Forest Lake Hut is a fun Harpooner enabler, so I guess whatever, but... Yeah, you also see Basket Weaver, so somebody's going to take your BMW. Like, I like Harpooner so little. I also just like it... Wow, you have a Basket Maker's wife. Okay. Okay, so why did we not harpoon much sooner, actually? Forest Lake Hut generating wood for Harpooner actually makes this kind of okay. But also, why are we passing all of the grain support, though? Like, oh my god, you're just gonna lose to somebody that decide... Like, because you're not plowing early either, because you're gonna plow, man. So you're just gonna lose to somebody doing grain shit. Which is ultimately what they lost to. They lost to a player that decided they were gonna do a bunch of crop shit. But that's because they passed a million stuff for it. Like, holy smokes. But whatever. You mean they're good, not the best choices. Oh, I agree. Yeah. They end up with 4 animals. You think they could have got to 10 or 12? It would have been better. I agree, Gonzo. Fencing earlier would have been better for them. So that's really the main thing. And yeah, they take Porter at this point of the draft, where they still could have Equipper or Greengrocer. I don't
really like Porter, but I also just really don't like that they passed Beer Keg and Beer Table. And then they take Shore Forester over Basket Weaver. I mildly get taking Shore Forester over Basket Weaver. I mildly get Shore Forester over Basket Weaver. Also, you have Foreign Aid? Why in the tarnation did Teal take 3 food bottom feeding multiple times this game? You'd argue that your grade payoff are not why they lost? So, I mean, to be clear, Dr. Blah, again, we argued this. If I just ignore Carrot Museum this game and Potato Digger, I think I probably still win the game by just leading into Sheep Provider, Pattern Maker, Beer Table, Beer Keg. So, like, you passed a winning game plan to the opponent after you. So, like, that's a big problem. Also, you're not even executing your own game plan as well as you could have. How do we take 3 food bottom feeding multiple times when we have Foreign Aid? Oh, we don't actually keep Foreign Aid. Never mind. We keep the toilet. That's why. Never mind. I caught up. We didn't actually do it. We kept the toilet. We played the toilet early instead of playing cards that actually accelerate us. Okay. Never mind. That's part of the problem. Okay. Never mind. You think I could have done that at 1? That's fine. Basket Maker's Wife over Basket Weaver. Cozy to Crazy Wacky Gordon. Yeah, it's fine. This hand does not explain the gameplay. No, they didn't keep the Foreign Aid, so it does. It does. I forgot they didn't keep the Foreign Aid. I mean, they should have kept the Foreign Aid. The answer is they should have kept the Foreign Aid, and they should have just leaned hard into the, I'm going to play Plowman early, I'm going to play Harpooner early, I'm going to generate a ton of resources with Porter, I'm just going to force a 5-room house. I'm sitting after 2 weak opponents, forcing a big, but whatever. Shore Forester because they have Basket Maker's Wife. Yeah. They took Shore Forester, though. I kind of understand taking Shore Forester. Shore Forester is a good card, but Shore Forester and Harpooner is a bit blah. I agree. It's like, you don't actually want to police the... You're going to potentially lead to a very read-injected game, though, so, like, I'd still just take Basket Weaver, and just... I would try to run off Harpooner and be a pretty early BMW to feed. But they're allowed to do what they want. But yeah, I don't think it was efficient enough. But if they don't have Shore Forester, they might not have enough wood. Although again, that's partly because they chose not to take wood. I don't know. They kind of took too many not great actions. For the record, this is part of the reason that I don't really like Abort Oriole, is like, you have to take early clay actions and then play it. But stage 1 actions are so precious. They took 2 clay, I think, and then they took 4 clay, right? And then they played Abort Oriole, and then they later played the Forest Lake Hut. But taking 2 actions in stage 1 to play a 3-point miner is just so... It just doesn't accelerate you enough. Yes, it's 3 points at the end of the game, which is awesome, but you'd much rather just have your feeding set up earlier. You'd rather have cards that do stuff earlier, but you have to be ready to drop it most of the time. Yeah, I agree. You also just don't actually want to play for it. That's what's awkward. Like, you don't actually want to take clay, and you don't actually want to take actions to play it, usually. It's just, yeah, but whatever. I agree that I take it late in drafts, and I hope I can play it while fighting for growth. That's really the dream. You hope nobody's played 5 cards by the time you're trying to SP for growth in round 5 and 6. You try to build the first room, you hope you get a dumb clay stack in the meantime. But, like, that's a lot of things that have to go right for it to actually be good. So, and even then, depends on what other miners you saw that you might just want down that actually do things, but whatever. Again, I'm being too picky. I'm glad we got a win. I'm glad we got a no-quit game. All of that was nice. Before we head off to go raid Lumen, and Lumen is live, before we do that, one more time, I'm going to bring up this document. So yeah, I'm trying to basically find the top 20 Ox roughly to talk about in an article I'm going to write for Board Game Geek. Currently, my top 20 Ox that I want to talk about are Collector, Childless, Field Watchman, Assistant Tiller, Mason, Cow Prince, Lord of the Manor, Woodbarter, Grocer, Lover,
Furnisher, basket carrier, informant, cultivator, task artisan, plow driver, forest reviewer, wood carrier, hay dryer. I think everything on the left here is top 20. Forest reviewer, maybe not. And then I have a bunch of stuff that's kind of close, but I don't really know what should move over. Also, I just realized that forest trader is not on the list, right? The one that lets me buy resources, though. I don't know how high forest trader is, but I'm tempted to talk about that one. You love forest reviewer. I love forest reviewer too. You don't like forest trader though, huh? See, forest trader is really close for me to being. Forest trader is yuck. Wow. Okay, we have very different opinions. You're never sad about forest trader. I agree. I'm not sad. I'm tempted to say forest trader's top 20, but I don't know. I don't know what I don't. Basically, there's one more Ock that I need to include. If I'm actually getting to 20. And the stuff that I decided wasn't quite high enough for me to want to includes Skillful Renovator, Animal Reef, Wooden Hut Extender, Pavier, Full Farmer, Corn Maker, Bonehead, Wood Collector, Stable Planner, Wood Expert, Patron, Scholar, Chimney Sweep, Private Teacher, Young Farmer, Animal Teacher, Confidant, House Artist, House Steward, Wreck Carpenter, Excavator, Field Caretaker, Sheep Provider, Basket Weaver, Forest Trader. But I don't know. Tree Guard is surely the 20th? Tree Guard should be up there. Forest Trader is bad alone, but a great combo piece. Skillful, you think is higher? Lord of the Manor is already on my top 20 list, to be clear. Maybe you don't agree with that. But yeah. Basically, I'm not quite. Basically, I'm trying to. To be clear, it doesn't. To be honest, maybe it doesn't have to be 20. Like, maybe I just talk about these 19. You agree it's hard to read on the phone. Oh, it's very hard. It's small at the moment. I'm sorry. I should try to blow it up, but I'm having issues with that too. Your experience with Forest Trader is you can't get the food to buy read in time for it to be relevant, and then it's bad woodcutter. Mason seems too high. Oh, to be clear, this is not an actual ordering. This is just the 20. This is just loosely the top cards that I want to talk about that I think partly shape the current meta. Otherwise, like Informant probably needs to be higher, etc. Yeah, Mason's not that high. So yeah. I'm just trying to pick the main cards that I think are worth talking about, and hopefully by talking about those cards, it will also talk about a lot of the main kind of concepts and game plans in the current meta, what this card set rewards, and what various paths you kind of push for. Basically, trying to talk about the strongest occupations and how to exploit them, like what you want to do with these cards. Which hopefully also gives ideas about what you do with other cards. In particular, stuff like Wood Barterer kind of tells, and Informant kind of leads into how you want to exploit any wood injection card, etc. But, yeah. Where's Confidant? Confidant's currently in the tier 2. You don't know if it's top 20. I agree, I don't think it's top 20. Can we maybe toss a big font on them? Sure. We could temporarily toss a big font on them. That'll work. I was supposed to say I was struggling to figure out how to get them bigger at the moment, but that'll work. Thanks. Yeah, I don't know why that wasn't something I thought of, but obviously the 4 banned cards I'm probably also going to briefly talk about, but you had an awesome Trader pellet game. I agree. Forest Trader kind of needs food injection, though. It maybe almost needs, like, Basket Maker's Wife, or maybe it requires, like, pellet press to be good. Forest Trader feels pretty good to me, but maybe it's not quite over there. Wood Carrier is probably the best Tree Guard substitute in the top 20. Oh, Tree Guard is not hitting my top 20, but maybe it needs to be talked about in terms of its impact on the meta, but I loathe Tree Guard, and I don't actually think it's very good. There's a lot you could think to add to the second tier, but the first tier is hard to nitpick. Yeah, I agree, right? Like, that's where I'm struggling. Like, the tier 1 list, it's kind of hard for me to be like, any of those should be tier 2. Maybe Forest Reviewer. Maybe Task Artisan. But yeah, it's actually like kind of hard for me to pick what I would move over. Maybe just move Pavier over, but like Pavier doesn't feel quite strong enough on its own to be justified over. Full Farmer fails a little too often. Cornmaker's pretty... I don't know. We'll see. Hay Dryer's weird. Meh. Hay Dryer's weird. I don't know. I think Hay Dryer's quite strong, but It's possible he could drop Haydryer to the second level, but it doesn't matter. I'm talking about Haydryer, so too bad. You love Paver, but it's inconsistent early. Yeah. I mean, look, all cards have some issues. Like, I agree. Ultimately, like, there are some games where Task Artisan's not that exciting. Like, Cultivator rarely underperforms, but, like, Basket Carrier could be not that good. Lover has some down games. Cow Prince and Lord of the Manor certainly have some down games. I don't know. Again, technically these are all in a continuum. Like, realistically, I could pick any of these to move over if I wanted even 20. But I don't really know what I would move over. Maybe Private Teacher, I guess. I just don't like Private Teacher much, but... Haydryer's strong, but it's situational. You're not as high on Haydryer, but again, it's not far off. That's fair. You think Bonehead is better than Haydryer? See, I don't agree, but... Animal Reeve is probably your pick, given how game warping it is. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty happy moving Animal Reeve over, actually. I agree that Animal Reeve is very strong. It's just... Well, having control of yourself is very strong. Actually, yeah, I like moving Animal Reeve over because it also lets me talk about my favorite stuff, which is all the various ways to hold and exploit animals, which I think is, yeah, it is kind of a key thing that I want to talk about. Maybe I do just move Animal Reeve over. Then that gives me 20. We'll see. Haydryer for the lake cows is fine, not great. Haydryer as a primary food plant is absurdly good. Glad you're an inspiration? Yeah. The original equivalent Constable is probably top 20. I think that's true too. Whiskey should be in tier 2. That's a good point. I am a little lower on whiskey distiller than I should be, but I again, one of the central ideas here is that revised often rewards you for having stupidly strong food because there's so many things that let you spend that food. So if you could actually run whiskey distiller with a bunch of grain support, you can exploit a bunch of cards that you otherwise can't. So the K-Dryer's tier 1 was enabled other strong cards, and tier 2 was not. Whiskey, Ebonist, Constable. Yeah, I didn't list Ebonist. Now that you say that, Ebonist is pretty good too. I'm less convinced about Constable, actually. I don't actually think Constable's that good, but... With that said, I don't know. Haydryer is just dumb good, but... You don't like Ebonist that much at all? I'm not sure I'd put Ebonist tier 2 either, personally, but I kind of can understand Ebonist. It's a bad grade source. I'm mostly aggressive. Actually, you know what? I'm with you. I'm taking it off. It's gone again. You are right that Ebonist is usually too slow because you don't get enough grain in time to like actually get it multiplied before you need to use it for food. Most of the grain you get comes very late in the game because that's when most of the harvests are. It's kind of part of like Farm Store. Well, Farm Store is expensive to play, but the timing is also bad. So, anyhow, the 4 wood could just be strong. I agree that 4 wood ox always have some value, but I guess it depends on how many tiers we're making. But to me, most of the 4 wood ox would start to go into tier 3. Like realistically, I would be moving House Steward over. Animal Reeve is a bit stronger because it's a full 5 points and it really warps how you want to play. House Steward is a bit stronger too because it really rewards certain playstyles and knowing about it can be valuable. But like Animal Activist, Constable, like some of these barely change how you want to play or leading into them is not very good. Ranch Provost, like meh. You agree with the DL ranking? Again, to be clear, these are not really ranks. I just have tiers at the moment, just to be clear, but Lover's another one that you would potentially move down, just because of how swingy. Yeah, see, I would never move Lover down. I think Lover's clearly top 20. Even Lover's floor is just, like, a pretty good card. Like, oh no, I can take a family growth action whenever I want. Like, I mean, yeah, you have to pay a couple extra food for it at the end of the game, but, like... Even if it turns into a last action 3-point move, that would have been like a +1 or 2-point card for some of my opponents last game. Like that's totally that alone is pretty good. You mean the day labor cards? Tiller's very good. Excavator's okay. Everything else don't try without one of those. Yes, I agree with that. I think those are the only 2 that are worth building around. Mostly. Or you need miners, right? You can build around a hardware store or a loam pit potentially too. But yeah, aqu-wise, these are the ones that are worth worried about up front. But Reeve is special because of the difficulty of the reward. Yeah, I think so too. You disagree? Lover around 10, 11 is a great floor. I agree. I completely agree. Lover, even Lover, that is great. So, and there's miners that are. Yeah, that's what I said. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, thanks. I think this is helpful. I think Animal Reeve I'm happy with. I think we're mostly all in agreement that these 20 are a lot of the kind of key stuff. And a lot of the rest of these I might mention as kind of being the next level, partly because I expect a lot of people to reply to my article with, oh, my favorite card is blah, blah, blah. Do you think it's good enough? Well, almost good enough. But yeah, and then this is a good mix of stuff. I get to talk about plows and crops and big houses and 3 family member type games and food payoffs. Wood injection. Yeah, I like this. This will be good. This will be fun. I'm looking forward to doing some writing again. So, okay. Thanks all for hanging out, chatting. It's been great. I've managed to blab a lot. Needs more Freemason. I mean, look, there's so much that I enjoy talking about Agricola, right? Like, there's never. I'm not gonna have enough time to write about it all, but Freemason is bad. Freemason's bad. Let's be real. But anyhow, we're gonna go raid Lumen. I'm sure he's in a decent ways into a game. We'll see how it goes for him. It was fun to get a bunch of stuff in today. Thanks all for hanging out, chatting. I might get to stream again tomorrow. We'll see. My week's looking pretty chill before work finally picks up soon, so we'll find out. Anyhow, I will see everybody around. Later.